Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. Welcome to Scenarios. This is where we look at things in the NBA that are never going to happen, but we're just kind of wondering what if. And be sure to like this video. Be sure to like this video, guys, because next episode is the most requested scenario yet. And that is what would happen if LeBron James never left the Miami Heat. We will be checking that out next episode, my friends. Next episode, though, we're looking at Chris Bosh. And if he would have signed with the Houston Rockets. He was this close, guys. He was this close to signing with the Houston Rockets. But LeBron James, as we all know, ended up going back to the Cleveland Cavaliers. So they were just like, all right, man, we're all like, we got all this money because LeBron left. So just throw it all at Bosh. Hopefully he comes back. It was pretty late in the free agency. So they offered him like a $121 million contract, which is good and all, but I don't know if he's really worth that. But looking at this team here, guys, Chris Bosh fits greatly, like amazingly, into the Houston Rockets lineup. He's like the exact player they would have needed out there, because we all know he's a stretch four. He can also do, get it done inside too. But man, this team looks pretty sexy here with Chris Bosh at the power forward position. So that's all I'm going to say about that. Looking at his stats, though, he's actually at his back in the day in Toronto. That's when he was really at his prime, and the reason he was doing so well in Toronto is because, of course, he was the #1 option, and he was just a really good all-around player. He went to Miami. He became that third option behind LeBron James and Dwayne Wade. Stats dropped a little bit. I feel like he kind of lost a little bit of confidence in himself, and now he's, back to being the #1 option. Well, I guess Dwayne Wade probably is still considered the #1 option. It's like 1A, 1B for them, right? So, either guy can get done on any given night. Last season, he did only play 44 games because he did have that heart issue, I believe. But he's all good now, so, we'll see how he does here on Houston. Honestly, I think with Dwight Howard here, got another 85 overall in Bosh. You got 90 overall James Harden, who can get 25, 30 points a game. Beverly, a good defensive point guard, and Ariza, who, very serviceable small forward. And, a pretty decent bench, too. I mean, Ty Lawson, I know he's got issues, but his stats, he's a 75 overall. Monte Junis, this guy's got really good post game. And Thornton, this guy can shoot. Capella, he's been doing good things out there. Brewer, very good player too. KJ McDaniels can shoot. Jason Terry, good veteran. And, some good rookies in Sam Decker. And I think this guy's, what's his name? Yeah, Montrezl Harrell from Louisville. So let's go ahead and simulate the season. I'm expecting a bet out in the Western Conference with this team, probably a 3rd seed with potential to make it to the finals. I can see the potential there, but I see them probably losing to like the OKC Thunder or something like that. Maybe the Clippers too. So let's go ahead and simulate the season, see how they do. Simulate through date, as always. And, yeah, I mean, Chris Bosh, oh, damn. Okay, we started off not great. And that might actually be another interesting scenario to see how good the Toronto Raptors would be now if they would have kept Chris Bosh. Or I guess not kept him. I think he ended up leaving in free agency. But that would be very interesting to see also. And like always, guys, leave me in the comment section below your scenario suggestions. Next episode, LeBron James, Miami Heat. That's been like the #1 comment I've seen so far. So I'm going to see what other kind of scenarios you guys come up with. Still a lot of great options out there. This series isn't going anywhere. But looking at this team, we're a 3rd seed so far. So we did have that rough start, but looking like we actually kind of picking things up now. Chemistry getting built up. That's always a good thing. Make sure players can play together, well. Dwight Howard, though, he's been kind of a disappointment, really in general. Ever since he left the Orlando Magic, he's been kind of a disappointment. On the Lakers, he ended up not liking Kobe. Kobe didn't like him. Ended up leaving that team. Houston Rockets, there was rumors of him demanding a trade there too. So I don't know about Dwight Howard. I just feel like he lacks that maturity to be great. He's a great player based solely off athleticism. And as that starts going down, he's going to start losing those capabilities. And mature players like Tim Duncan, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, they all found ways later in their career to still be great players. And I fear for Dwight Howard that he's not going to be able to do that because, he's not a good shooter at all. Post game, I mean, I think he's got a pretty decent hook shot, I think. I don't really watch him too much anymore, to be honest. But really, I guess if he loses the ability to score, he could always be a good center that can rebound and play defense. That's always going to be there. But he kind of needs to get in his mindset that he can't really be the #1 option, really not even the #2 in my opinion for a team to win a championship. If he was on like the OKC Thunder with Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant, then it's game over. That's like an amazing team right there. But he's not really going to be a guy that's going to step up maturity-wise and win a championship for a team. So, I mean, I could be wrong. I mean, I'm not an NBA expert by any means, but that's just my thoughts watching him throughout his career. He did have some good seasons on the Orlando Magic, so they did really well there. They actually made it to the finals and lost, I believe, to the LA Lakers in the finals. I believe that's what it was back in the day. Okay, this is all pretty much the same here. Let's see if Chris Bosh did anything crazy, made any NBA first teams or anything. I'm going to expect probably not. A lot of good forwards in the NBA. Yeah, so, wait, did James Harden do anything? Wow, James Harden didn't even make the NBA third team. That's a little surprising, actually, to be honest. But we did end up with... Did we not make the playoffs? Oh my god, I wasn't even paying attention, guys. We didn't make the damn playoffs. What? That is unbelievable, man. Let's check out this team. How we not make the damn playoffs? I was too busy talking. I wasn't even paying attention. You guys are probably all like, yo, Crispin, pay attention, man. They never make playoffs. Let's look at our conference. Like, y'all got the damn Memphis Grizzlies, Minnesota Timberwolves, and Phoenix Suns. Utah Jazz make a playoffs over you. What? Let me check out these stats. James Harden didn't really score all that well. Chris Bosh, 15.5 points a game, 13.5 for Dwight Howard. You know, I'll talk a lot about Dwight Howard this episode, but, you know, at the same time, it is all about Chris Bosh. It's his scenario. But, man, there ain't nothing to talk about, Bosh. You play like garbage. You played like garbage. Fact of the matter, man. Like, this is asinine, man. This is, unbelievable. Cannot believe they're not even making the playoffs with Chris Bosh in this lineup. I don't know. What do you guys think about the scenario? How do you guys think this team would do in real life? I'm expecting they would at least make playoffs, so I think that's a little bit screwed up on 2K's part. But hey, I guess Chris Bosh, realistically, or maybe unrealistically, did not fit into the system. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Next episode, LeBron James, Miami Heat. Peace out, my friends.